Hello, hello! I'm the official name raider. My job is to look through the first page of Google, review the nicknames provided by the internet, and then give my recommendations at the end. Today we're looking at Skorupi and Drapion. The fun thing about this Pokemon is that this, along with the nickname I picked, had unnecessary eyes in the wrong places. I thought it was Drapion. If I ever spell something wrong, a Pokemon's name wrong, please feel free to correct me. Okay, as usual, we gotta tear this guy apart. Critics sounds like a YouTube channel. Either like he's doing like some sort of review channel, or he plays Call of Duty. One of the two, but it sounds like the name of some YouTuber idiot. Scorpio, I'm totally okay with. I think that's fine. I like the idea, and I wish they continued this, and it seriously irks me how many simple baby ass ideas Game Freak has not used, or they did do and they threw out the window because they're like, hey, how about 9 electric rodents? Fuck off. But I like the idea of the astrology and what all we can do. And although Scorpio's a basic ass name, this is probably the best thing you're gonna get if you want to follow the astrology based route. So I'm fine with that. Scorpio sounds stupid. Fuck off. If yours is still a female, name it Scorpio. It's totally fine. Now, the thing that I think is interesting about this last one is that he says, we figured. Who's we? Do you have a team of 6-year-olds helping you out with this, or what? That's the thing I think is funny. I talk in the first person. Who the hell is we? But Insecto and Crawler are crap names. I know we've seen Dragonoff before. I don't remember who for. I don't know if it was applicable to Sniper or if it was applicable to dragons. Realistically, Kingdra would probably be the best choice since it's a dragon with Sniper. I'm fine with it as a nickname. I know it's Gun, and yeah, obviously because Sniper. But yeah, I'm fine with that, and now saying it out loud, Kingdra's probably the best choice for it. Now, Venom was one of the comment suggestions, and he's going the Spider-Man route, and I guess Scorpion Venom too. But, like, the thing about that is certain names work in certain universes, and I feel like Venom doesn't quite fit in Pokemon. It's got the same thing with Poison Ivy, where it's like, in Batman, the idea of naming this plant-based criminal Poison Ivy, that's super fucking amazing. Like, whoever thought of that was, like, super cool and super smart, and I love them for that. But in the Pokemon world, it doesn't fit as well. And that's kind of the same thing with Venom. I love Venom. He's one of my favorite antagonists, and I grew up watching Spider-Man, so, like, I like that. But in Pokemon, it doesn't fit. So, although I get it, like, that's kind of also where I picked Carnage as a Spider-Man reference, and also kind of just a reference on Absol's description, biography. So, you see what I'm kind of getting at? Like, you do whatever the hell you want. It's up to you. But I don't think it fits for Pokemon. I wanted to check this just to see if he was telling the truth, or if he was just making shit up. He's telling the truth. I wouldn't recommend that name, but that's a cool bit of trivia, I guess. I like what you're doing here. I just have one problem. Why is it just Klaus? You can fit the full name. This fits the character limit, with or without the space. It can fit back in Pokemon Diamond or Pearl when they had 10 characters, and all you gotta do is separate the space, capitalize the M, poof, it's done. No one's gonna know who Klaus is, but if you put the full name, people can at least Google the hell what that is. And I like the idea of, like, referencing the band. Because firstly, as a way of doing that, that's probably like one of the better ways of doing it, because just the Scorpions are just Scorpions. It's going to be boring, as to where that is a much more creative way of doing it. I wanted to look into this one just because I was curious. Firstly, I've never heard of a Scorpion pepper before, which, hello Plants vs. Zombies, there's an easy plant for you to make. It says it's a place in Trinidad, but also acknowledges the Scorpion pepper too, which apparently that's what it looks like. So, Moruga, firstly, can be found pretty easily. Location-based nicknames are fine. Food-based nicknames are fine. This is a very interesting, different idea. Something I've never seen, heard, or thought of before, because I've never heard of the damn thing. So, yeah, I'm fine with it. Alright, we reached the bottom. We didn't find too much. This is one of those examples where I don't understand why, if you're looking up nicknames, you'd link to the guy with the worst ideas instead of just going to Pokemon.net. Truly blows my mind. It's not like Pokemon.net didn't exist in 2015, because it fucking did, and it probably had better suggestions then too. Spreadsheet has Dragapult, Drapiogre, which is just Drapion and Ogre. Which actually, that surprises me. I didn't see Shrek, thank God. In case you didn't know, Drapion is the Ogre Scorpion Pokemon. I don't care for Shrek as a nickname. I don't think Shrek is ever going to be a good nickname, personally. It's just been too memed to death to the point where you could ever possibly take it interestingly or seriously at all. The ones I liked best were, honestly, the Scorpions reference, Klaus, whatever Homeboy's name was. I like that idea. Just put the full name. And then the Moroga Scorpion Pepper. The one I personally use is after the Bayonetta transformation, Scolopendra. I thought it was Scoliopendra. So now I need to go and fix some of those nicknames. Honestly, this could work probably better for like Centiskorch because, you know, it's a centipede, millipede kind of guy. But I picked it for Drapion, firstly, because Centiskorch didn't exist at the time. Secondly, because it's got the big old mouth pincers, which literally reflects Drapion's design almost perfectly. It might be a scorpion, but if you compare the two, they resemble each other way more than something like Centiskorch would. But if you could find someone else that you think Scolopendra would work with, that's fine too. But this is kind of where like some of the influence for the Bayonetta style nicknames comes from. It's because of those transformations, some of those enemies, and just the fact that honestly, ever since I like first started playing it, I was fascinated with just their concept of how they named their enemies. I thought it was super interesting because I'm like, it's so subtle, but it's still so powerful. So that's the one I personally choose. Scorpio is a pretty common one. I'm not going to shit on it because, again, I think Game Freak fucked themselves pretty hard by not doing the rest of the astrology-based names, even though technically that's not really their fault. That's Knob's fault, because what is Tauros' name in Japanese? Centaur. You know, I always wondered why they didn't have a centaur Pokemon, and apparently it's because they're idiots. Regardless, they saw this name and was like, you know, that's perfect. Everybody knows about it. At any point for Gen 2, they could have been like, what if we kept this idea going? Obviously the fans like it. You don't really have an excuse other than your own laziness. So I completely understand Scorpio, that's fine, but I use Scolopendra. Whatever ideas you have, feel free to put in the comments below. Give a thumbs up to the ones that you think are good, and stuff like that.